I did the 1930s, so here are my 7 must-see Christmas films of the 1940s. Why only 7? The 1940s are filled with Christmas films, quite a few of them good. Yeah, but you don't need to watch good films. You need to watch the best. So I trimmed it down to get to the absolute must-sees. Starting with 2 honorable mentions. Wait, I just said best of the best. Why honorable mentions? Because Dead of Night and They Live by Night are good enough for me to recommend, just not for Christmas viewing. The first is a horror anthology, but only one segment involves Christmas, and it's not integral to the story. While the second is a film gris. That's a political subgenre of film noir that's normally more depressing. And this film is so sad, so tragic, it passes even my extreme limits for Christmas gloom, and Christmas is a minor background element anyway. So, on to number 7, The Man Who Came to Dinner, 1942. An acerbic radio and newspaper celebrity slips on the ice outside the home of a well-to-do Ohio family that he was supposed to dine with. Stuck in a wheelchair in their home over Christmas, he creates chaos, terrorizing those he doesn't manipulate. If you like your Christmas filled with wit, laughter, and insults, this is your film. It's a faithful adaptation of the Kaufman and Hart play, which was based on the eccentric people the writing pair knew. Monty Woolley, experienced with the part from the stage, is a riot, and every second with him, which is most of the seconds, is great fun. This doesn't rise above 7th, as the romantic side plot is not that engaging, and Bette Davis is not at her best. The part would have fit a more typical ingenue better. And Jimmy Durante is an acquired taste I've never acquired, but he's just around for a cameo. Davis gets top billing, but ignore that. The film belongs to Woolley and his non-stop stream of abuse. And yes, it's all at Christmas. Number 6. Larceny, Inc., 1942. 3 recently paroled crooks buy a luggage store, intending to tunnel into the bank next door. But the leader's surrogate daughter, an overly enthusiastic luggage wholesaler, adoring neighbors, and a less lovable criminal keep getting in the way, while the store accidentally succeeds. Of all the first wave of gangster actors, none seem to have more fun with their personas than Edward G. Robinson in a bunch of comic crime movies that are all a little bit funnier because he was Rico. And this is probably the funniest. The humor is non-stop, switching between word games and sight gags. So if you like clever dialogue, you're set. But if you're more a slapstick person, you're also set. Robinson rules here, but he gets solid support from Broderick Crawford, Jack Carson, and Edward Brophy, always a favorite of mine. There's even Grant Mitchell, the homeowner in The Man Who Came to Dinner, and a baby Jackie Gleason. And yes, it's Christmassy. The play it's based on was titled The Night Before Christmas. It takes place at Christmas time, there's carols, and even Robinson dressed like Santa. Number 5. Christmas Holiday, 1944. A jilted soldier ends up stranded in New Orleans over Christmas and hears the story of a lonely prostitute and her love affair with a charming, violent, weak man. And her story isn't over yet. This is as dark as I go and still claim it's Christmassy. We're in film noir, with sad, cruel people, a twisted, evil world, and no way out. And nothing is what it seems. Unlike most noirs, there's no femme fatale, but an homme fatale, a man who drags down the woman. Deanna Durbin and Gene Kelly both play against type. She abandons her cutesy image and he skips dance, and both do it wonderfully. We love our happy Christmases, but Christmas is not jolly for everyone. Sometimes it's about obsession, guilt, shame, and loss. This Christmas movie is about those. This is easily the most beautiful film on this list. The shots, the angles, the shadows. Looks great. If there's a better Christmas midnight mass on film, I haven't seen it. I've covered Christmas Holiday before, in more detail, so check out that video. Number 4. Holiday Inn, 1942. Bing Crosby plays an ex-member of a song and dance team who starts an inn that's open holidays only and falls for his new singing partner. But things get complicated when Fred Astaire reappears and finds that same woman would be a great dance partner for him. It's a Christmas film. It's a New Year's film. A Thanksgiving film. Even a Washington's birthday film, should you want one. But as it's the reason the song White Christmas exists, it earns its place on a Christmas list. The plot's fun, the characters are amusing, and there's plenty of jokes, but you watch Holiday Inn for the musical numbers. And they're great. What else could they be with Astaire and Crosby? The whole thing was the idea of composer Irving Berlin, so yeah, the music is front and center. And some of his best work is here. Easter Parade, You're Easy to Dance With, I've Got Plenty to Be Thankful For, Happy Holiday, and of course, White Christmas. There's a lot to say about this film, and like Christmas Holiday, I already did a separate video, so check that out. Link in the description. Number 3. The Bishop's Wife, 1947. At Christmas time, of course, an angel appears in answer to the prayers of a bishop who is attempting to build a cathedral while neglecting his wife and his old friends. And the angel takes a real liking to the job, and the wife. You can't get more cozy than this. But layered. It's warm and funny, but it has a lot going on. As a kid, I saw themes, the need to get your priorities straight and understand the true meaning of Christmas. I missed the commentary on masculinity. Cary Grant is the angel, with all the charm, romance, and strength in his arsenal. David Niven is equally good as the agitated and depressed bishop who's lost his way. And Loretta Young is at her most beautiful, tugging at heartstrings. It's also jam-packed with some of the best character actors Hollywood had, all stealing moments in the film. Elsa Lancaster, Sarah Hayden, James Gleason, and Monty Woolley, again. Yes, it's funny, but not empty. If anyone's forgotten what the season is about, The Bishop's Wife is the answer. Number 2. Miracle on 34th Street, 1947. If I had to choose one movie as the Christmas film, this would be it. For the few who don't know the story, a department store Santa Claus, who may actually be the real Santa, brings joy and hope to many, and sparks a romance, but ends up on trial for his sanity. Family Christmas films are tricky, and I can't think of another that threads the needle more perfectly. A family film, but not childish. Sentimental, but not saccharine. Emotional, but not overblown. Funny, but not silly. An easy way to see just how good this movie is to watch any of the multiple remakes, all of which fail, while the original is beloved. Edmund Gwynn won the Academy Award for his performance as Kris Kringle, and he deserved it. No one before, or since, has so inhabited the persona of Santa Claus. Miracle on 34th Street asks several questions, and answers them, about what is important in life. But it asks one question it doesn't answer. Is there a Santa Claus? Perhaps, perhaps not. It doesn't matter as long as we live our lives as if there is one. I'm game. And number 1, Christmas in Connecticut, 1945. Elizabeth Lane, beloved magazine columnist who writes on cooking and traditional women's topics, is pressured by her boss to take in a heroic soldier for Christmas at her beautiful country farm. Except she doesn't actually have one, or a husband, or a baby, or know how to cook. So she has to find a way to fake it all, and doubly so when the boss decides to join the festivities. Yes, it's the Queen of Christmas once again, Barbara Stanwyck. She made my 1930s list. In the lightest and brightest Christmas rom-com ever made. I find it impossible not to love her, and love every second of this farcical comedy, set in the perfect Christmas home, with a perfect Christmas tree, surrounded by perfect Christmas joy. I lauded the supporting casts of multiple films on this list, but we've risen to an even higher tier here, with Reginald Gardner, also in The Man Who Came to Dinner, Sidney Greenstreet and S.Z. Zakal, both from Casablanca, and Una O'Connor from The Adventures of Robin Hood and The Universal Monsters. All you have to do is stick them in a room and you've got entertainment. A lit Christmas tree, a fuzzy blanket, some Irish coffee, the one you love, and this movie is the perfect Christmas Eve. And that's my 7 must-see Christmas films of the 1940s. As always, please like this video, if you did like it, and subscribe so I can get this channel going.